working on lesson 6 homework. This is page 59 in the Succeed book, which is the book with the bedroom. That's the one you want. We're on page 59. We're going to be continuing to compare length by counting on or counting back. I'm going to just use my meter strip to measure line A. Now, line A is 14 centimeters. I'm going to just write that up there because these don't ask me how long the lines are. These ask me how much longer line A is than line B and how many they are combined. So it doesn't ever ask me to tell you exactly how long. But now if you look at this line here is sort of lined up right underneath the other one. So we can see that it is between the 4 and the 14. And we can count on that way, or we can move the end. And we see that this line is 10 centimeters. And I'm going to write that up there. So down here, it's asking us now, what is the difference between these? Line A is about how much longer than line B? And we can look at our meter strip to find the answer. So line A is here at 14 centimeters and line B is here. We can either count on from 10 to get to 14, which would be 11, 12, 13, 14. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we can count backwards from 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the difference is how many centimeters are in between them. What is the difference between these two numbers? You can do that also by subtracting. So now then, line A and B together, we want to add them together. We would choose the bigger number and count on. So the larger number is 14, and we're going to count on 10 more to see how much they are together. So starting with 14, we're going to count on 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is 24. And again, that is another way of just adding 14 and 10 together by counting on. All right. Number 2, we have 3 lines and they are not lined up. So they have shown us here a place to put how long each line is. Let's start with line X. Line X is 8 centimeters. Make sure you have your meter strip. And you're going to measure line Y with your meter strip. Is it about? It is about 9 centimeters. And then we're going to measure line Z, much shorter. And that one is about 5 centimeters. Now down here, they ask us a series of questions about those measurements. So lines X, Y, and Z are about this many centimeters combined. So again, we're going to do this by counting on. We're going to start with the biggest number, which is 9. So we can start by counting on 8 more from 9. And we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 17. And then we're going to count on 5 more from 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 22. And what we were doing by counting on, we were adding 8 plus 9 plus 5 is 22 centimeters combined. Now we're going to compare. Line Z is how much shorter than line X. We want to know the difference between line Z and line X. So here is line Z at 5. Here is line X at 8. What is the difference between them? How many centimeters are between them? We can count up from 5 or down from 8. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 centimeters between line X and line Z. Line X is about how many centimeters shorter than line Y. So line Y is here, 9. Line X is 8. How many centimeters? How many do we have to count back? Or subtract 9 minus 8. That comes out to 1 centimeter. So now finally they want us to compare line Y and line Z. Line Y is about how much longer than line Z. So here is line Y, here is line Z. We can count back from 9 or we can count up from 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could subtract 9 minus 5 is 4. It's telling you the difference between those two numbers. So now line X doubled is about how much longer than line Y. So line X is 8. If we double it, it means we're saying 8 plus 8. So we're going to start with 8, and we're going to count on 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. I'm going to write that down because I'm going to need to know that number, but that's not the answer. It's saying line X doubled is about how much longer than line Y. We need to know what is the difference between 16 and 9. How much longer is 16? So here's 16 and here's 9. We can count on or we can count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could also say 16 minus 9 equals 7. Excellent. So boys and girls, we're going to continue that same idea on page 60, but our numbers are getting a lot bigger. So line J is 60 centimeters long and line K is 85 centimeters long. Line L is 1 meter. And I went ahead and wrote 100 centimeters so that I remember what a meter is. Now remember, this is our meter strip, and this is the end of it. 100 centimeters is 1 meter. So that is the number that we're going to be using when we compare. Line J is how much shorter than line K. So line J is 60, and line K is 85. Well, there's quite a bit of difference between those two numbers. We can count on until we get to 85, or we can count back until we get to 60, but we want to know the difference between those numbers. So we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There, 25 is the difference between 60 and 85. Line J is 25 centimeters shorter than line K. So now line L, which is 1 meter long, is how much longer than line K, which is 85 centimeters. So remember, 1 meter is 100. So now we are comparing line K, which is 85, and 100. Line L is 1 meter or 100 centimeters. So what is the difference between those two numbers? Again, we can count back or we can count on. Let's count back this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 85. So line L is 15 centimeters longer than line K. Wow. Now line J doubled is how much more than line L? So line J, 60 centimeters doubled. Well, 60 centimeters is going to be well off of my meter strip. But I know that 60 is 6/10. So I know that I can say 6/10 and 6/10 is how many tens? Do you remember your doubles fact for 6? 6 plus 6 is 12. So 6/10 plus 6/10 is 12 tens. 12 tens. If I take out the 2, I know that 10 tens is 100. So 100 and 2 tens is 20. So 6/10 plus 6/10 is 120. I'm going to write that over here because, again, that's not the answer. They want to know how much more is this than this. Line L is 1 meter, which, remember, again, is 100 centimeters. So what is the difference between 120 and 100? If we were to just cross out that 100, how much would we have left? So line J doubled is 120, and 120 is 20 centimeters more than 100. 120 is 120. So now the last thing they want us to do is to combine all of them. They want us to combine all of them. I'm going to do the same thing to add these together. I'm going to break my numbers up. So I'm going to say that this is 6/10. This is 8/10 and 5. All right, and this is 10/10. So I need to add 6 and 8 and 10. I'm going to start with 10 as that's my biggest number, and I'm going to count on 8. Now remember, this time we aren't actually counting centimeters. We're thinking of tens. We're starting with 10 tens, and we're going to add on 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 18 tens. Now we also need to add on 6 tens. So from 18, we're going to add on 6 more 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 24. But now we're not talking about 24. We're talking about 24 tens, which means we're going to need to add a 0 to the end of that. 240. But now remember, 85 also had those 5 ones. So we are going to make this 245. Boys and girls, look at number 4. Katie measured the seat height of 4 different chairs in her house. Here are her results. The love seat is 51 centimeters. The high chair is 97 centimeters. The dining room chair is 55. And the counter stool is 65. How much shorter is the dining room chair than the counter? So here we're comparing 55 and 65. So let's look on our meter strip and find 55. And we're going to want to count on from 55 to 65. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 centimeters is about how much difference there is between those 2 chairs. How much taller is a meter stick than the counter stool? The counter stool is 65. How much more is there to 100? Oh my goodness. Could we count by tens from 65 to 75? That's 10, 20, 30, and then we don't have another 10, so let's count on by ones. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. How much taller is the meter stick than the love seat? Well, the love seat is only 51. So it's going to be even more of a difference between this and the meter stick, which is 100. So again, let's count by tens from 51. So 51 to 61 is 10. To 71 is 20. To 81 is 30. To 91 is 40. And then we don't have 10, so we're going to count on by ones from here. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Excellent. Last question. Max ran 15 meters this morning. This afternoon, he ran 48 meters. How many more meters did he run in the afternoon? So how much more is 48 than 15? Here's 48 here, and here's 15 way back over here. Let's count by tens again. From 15 to 25 is 10. To 35 is 20. To 45 is 30. And then we're going to count by ones. 31, 32, 33. He ran 33 more meters. The second question is how many meters did he run in all? So from 15 to 48 was 33, but we need to figure out 15 more than 48. So we're going to count on from 48. So let's count on from 48, 15 more meters. 48 plus 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 63 meters in all. That was hard work. Thank you for working with me, boys and girls. I will see you later in class. Bye.